So reaching out to the right. And we're going to take the arm across your chest, hook it or hold onto it, and then draw it over. As you do that, lift your head up, press your feet down, look over to your right shoulder. So look in the right side of whatever that is for you in your space. There we go. So pulling the shoulder over, lifting the head up, and looking in that direction. Now release the left arm, reach your right arm back, and then sweep it up to the sky. Circle out your wrist in the air, so make lots of movements in the wrist. Left hand could be on your lap or holding onto the chair. And then we're going to lean over to the left. So opening and lifting the right ribs. Soften left shoulder. Deep breaths in and out. Good. Now lower the right hand and draw a big circle in the air. Just realized I'm wearing my glasses. I never teach with my glasses on, and I can actually see some of y'all today. All right. Return that right hand back up to the sky, and then bring it across over to your left knee or left leg. Bring your right shoulder forward, left hand back to the chair, and lift up your head for the twist. See if you can keep your knees pointing through center, so they're not splaying out, but they're pointing straight ahead. Inhale, lift. Exhale, deepen your twist. Come back through center. Place your right hand on your right leg, and we'll extend the left arm out. Push out through your fingertips. Relax your shoulders so it's not way up here, but it's soft. And just take a moment just stretching out in that direction. Now slowly, mindfully bring the left hand in front of you, all the way across your body, across your chest. Take your right hand and either hold onto your shoulders or hook the elbow, and lift your head up again, and then look over your left shoulder. Try to drop that left shoulder. It wants to keep creeping up, and try to let it talk to it and tell it to stay down. Deep breath in and out. And slowly release that hand, draw a circle in the air. And then reach straight up with the left hand. Lean over to the right, lifting your left rib cage up, softening your right shoulder down, pointing your knees forward, feet planted. Lift and lean. And now bring it back, draw another circle in the air. Reach it up. And then we'll twist to the right. Left hand on right leg, right hand to the back of the chair. Head lifts. Breathe. Knees pointing forward. Good, and slowly come back through center, point your thumbs out, Tadasana. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Stretch, reach out through your fingers. So spread your hands apart, your fingers apart. And then bring them back behind you so it feels like you're lifting your heart through your shoulders. Exhale, bring the hands back to hold onto the side of the chair or the seat of the chair. Continue rolling the shoulders back, pushing your chest forward. I'm feeling the opening right here in the collarbones. Lift your chin up. Feel the squeeze of the shoulder blades. Very nice. Now hinge at the waist. Your hands can come down, slide down your legs, and we're just going to come into a gentle fold here. Look down at your feet if that feels good to you. If it doesn't, look up. But if you're feeling good today, look in between your knees maybe. See if you can let the shoulders drop down and separate the shoulder blades. So before we were leaning back and pulling the shoulder blades together, now I want your scapulas to come apart. Feel the head and neck and jaw soften so there's not tension in your face. This is your facelift, right? This is getting it in a different direction. So gravity goes in the opposite direction. All right, now gently slide up to your knees. Roll the shoulders back, bring your shoulders over your hips, bring your thumbs and point them out away from you. Inhale back up to tall mountain pose. Squeeze your belly in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So activate your low belly. It's pulling in and up. Exhale into cactus arms, chest and heart forward. And then twist to the right. And back through center, feet firm. And twist to the left. And now, at your own rhythm, your own pace, take a couple side to sides with your chest. If it feels good, stay an extra breath or two. If you feel like moving, you want to get some more cardio in, move a little faster. But know that this practice is all about you, and you take what you need, you let go of what you don't need. All customizable, right? Everything's customizable these days, including your yoga practice. So as we move, just feel. We observe our body, get to know it. All right, just a couple more. And next time you go to the left, we'll pause, and then center, and then up, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your knees. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Squeeze the shoulders towards your heart. So coming forward, push out through your spine. So belly hollows out, your back rounds. Deep breath in and out. Slowly take your hands down to your ankles. Great. Now, push your feet into the ground and bring your arms out to a T as if you're an airplane. So trying to rest your belly on your thighs. Take your right hand down, look up towards your left. We'll fly our plane to the other side. Left hand comes down, right arm goes up, look towards your right thumb. We'll do it again. Lean to the left or look to the left, right hand goes down. And left hand goes down, right arm up. Now both hands down, slide up to your shins, roll your shoulders back, point your head forward. Breathe, and then exhale, let it go. All right. Toe heel your feet closer together so they're not far apart now, because I want you to hug in through your knees. It's okay if your inner thighs are touching. Just kind of hug in, like make yourself nice and small. Squeeze your belly in and then reach forward. So as opposed to being out, we're still low in the spine. We're reaching forward. Belly still on the thighs, hugging in your inner thighs towards your knee. Inner thighs hugging your knees in. Breathe. Now I'm feeling a lot in my back here. So I want to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the belly and then pull up. Hands to prayer at your heart. Lift your right foot off the ground. Flex the right foot, so as if you're standing on a block. Let the shoulders come down and the head extend up. Now open the arms out. As you do that, bring your right knee out. So a little frog foot. Foot still flexed. Now inhale, bring it in and bring your palms together to prayer. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, 2 more, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, hold here, kick out your foot. Now reach and lean. So you can do little pulses if that feels good, or you can just hold it and reach out towards that right foot. So you should feel the rounding of the spine, the curvature. Ooh. Now lower your right heel to the ground, bring your head back up, keeping the right leg straight and the right toes off the ground. Lean forward, take a nice long stretch down the right leg. Just breathe. All right, as we come out, take your arms back out to that airplane arms, out wide. Inhale, lift up the chest, palms come up, lift up the right leg. Hands to heart center, bend your right knee, bring it back all in. Nice. All right, press your right foot into the ground, lift your left knee up. Head lift, shoulders drop. We're gonna bring out the arms, bring out the knee. Bring it back in, tap the palms, connecting the brain with the body. So the brain is telling you what to do. It's kind of like that walking and chewing gum at the same time. Can we do that? One more. Hold it here. Kick out the left foot. Oh, look, you can see the bottom of my foot. Now we're gonna lean. You can either pulse or stay still. So if it feels good to kind of push it through and pulse, or feel it in your abdomen, or just keep reaching. Pull your toes towards your shin. How are we doing? All right, reach the arms up, lower the left heel to the ground. Reach out, airplane arms. And then fold. Stretch over your left leg this time. So push your heel down, left heel down, and your left toes towards your shin. Arms out to a T. And now turn your palms up, lift up your chest, lift up your left leg. Hands to prayer, bend your left knee, back through center. Now we're going to toe heel the feet out so that your knees are pointing away. So we kind of open it up with that. That was our warm up. Now push out your knees, hands come to goddess. So elbows bent, heads lifting. And we're going to take the right elbow towards the right hip. And back through center. Left elbow to left hip. And center. So just imagine what you're doing in your body. You're kind of leaning in that direction. Option is to get bigger and take the forearm to the leg and reach the other arm up and over. You find a little flow, something that feels good to you. Do 2 more on each side. You breathe, you move. All right, settle in, soften your shoulders, hands to your legs. Lean your chest forward, push out through your knees. So a wide-legged fold here. If you want, you can take your hands and reach them for the floor. If that's not accessible, keep your hands on your legs somewhere. But try to feel the inner thighs here working. All right, lean over here to this right leg. Feel the right leg in its entirety. So from the foot to the hip, feel that right leg. Good. Now keep your right shoulder down, and you can, my hand's behind the knee. You can either be in front or behind and reach your left arm up. So you're nice and low, shoulders coming close to your right knee. Look up. Now see if you can bring your arm over your head. It really deepens the stretch. Draw back your left shoulder, look up. Return back to neutral. Let's try it on the other side. So lean over here to the left leg. And as you're here, hook your left hand somewhere on your left leg. Turn your right shoulder on top of your left and then extend upwards. So we're really stretching out the left side, well, the right side, but the left inner thigh. And now option is to bring it over your head to deepen. And gently return back to neutral. Bring your shoulders back over your hips. And then we'll just lift each leg up, kind of pulling the knee towards the shoulder. Big like monster walks. See if you can lift actually that whole cheek off the seat. Good. We'll finish out with one more on each side. And then pause. Stretch out your legs still wide, but point your toes to the ground. So we're in like a star looking shape here. Feet pointing to the floor. There we go. Now you can see my feet. Legs wide. Don't fall out of your chair because you are on the tip of it. We're just going to lean forward till we start to feel it in our belly. You're going to feel your legs, all the muscles intensifying because you don't want to fall out of your chair. So squeeze in, feel the legs, the muscles engaged. Let's see if you can go a little deeper. Can you lean a little farther without falling out of your chair? All right, lean back. So still on the tip of your chair, lean back. And then see if you can lift your feet up and do a couple pulses, the legs in the air. They might be closer together, they might be further apart, but just see if you can use your lower abdominals to lift and lower. Hold on to the chair. And we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, bend your knees, relax your belly. Ooh, I felt that in my legs. Toe heel and back in, so they're at 12 o'clock. And then we'll come back to our Tadasana pose when you're ready. So just sit tall, heads up, feet down, shoulders relaxed. Now we're going to do some cross body poses here. You're going to take the right arm up and the left knee up. Lift up higher with the right hand and then hold your left knee with your right hand. Kick out your left leg. Left hand goes back. So push out through your left foot Twist your torso. Left hand goes behind you or holds the chair. Heads up. Torso's nice and long. Bend the knee, return both arms up. Hands to prayer. Other side. Right knee comes up, left arm goes up. Left hand holds right knee, kick it out. Turn your torso to the right. Right hand goes back behind you. Point your toes towards you. Breathe, don't forget to breathe. I always forget to breathe and twist. Both arms back up, bend the knee, hands to prayer. All right, here we go, other side. Left knee rises. Take it out to the left side, and then bring it back in and cross it over at the knees or the ankles. So we're gonna hug the knees together. And then we're gonna twist to the left. We're gonna open this twist by bringing our arms out wide. So squeeze in, lift up, and turn. Now take your left hand, bring it behind you, put it so the shoulder comes back, and then reach your right arm up. Still squeeze your knees, lean to the left. So my right hand is back behind my back. Left hand. My left hand's behind my back, right hand's over my ear. Ooh. Now return back to neutral. Uncross your leg. Now let's try the other side. Right knee comes up, goes out, and bring it across. Either cross your knees or at your ankles. Open your arms and twist. Now come back through center. Take your right hand, bring it behind you. Left arm up to the sky and lean and reach towards the right. And lower down, release, roll out your shoulders. Very good. And now we're going to do the same thing, but with our arms. So right arm's going to come out, take your left arm on top of it, so make like an X. Hold your shoulders, or you can make eagle arms, which is just your arms twisting and fingers touching, but this is fine too. And we're going to draw a circle. So point your elbows up, to the right, down, and then over to the left and back up to 12 o'clock. So just make yourself, your elbows going around the clock. This is so good for your shoulders and your spine. Hopefully it feels as good to you as it does to me. Next time your elbows point to 12 o'clock, hold here. And then go in counterclockwise. Circle in the other direction. Mindful movements. If it doesn't feel good, we don't do it. If it feels good, lean into it. Enjoy it. All right, very good. We'll do one more big circle around. And then pause here in center. Open your arms back out to a T. Take your right hand and pat yourself on the back. Take your left hand to your right elbow and encourage your right hand to slide a little bit further down towards your waist. Feel the stretch right here in your arms, your lymphatic system. Just enjoy this stretch. If you want to add on, make sure your feet are rooted to the floor and then lean to the left. And we breathe. Back through center. And bring your arms back out to T. Fold over your legs and take a nice long forward fold. Belly on your thighs or in between your legs. Enjoy it. Feel it. Slide your hands to your shins. Roll your shoulders back. And exhale, fold again. Press down into the earth. Reach out through the arms to the side. Now we'll take the left arm on the bottom, right arm on top. Hold the shoulders or eagle arms, twining them. And then we'll lift up the elbows and we're going to circle to the left first. So up to the left, down to the right, and up. Take your big circles. All right, next time your elbows point to 12 o'clock up in the sky and drop them back around and circle them the other way. Find your flow. One more time around. Back up through center. Open the arms nice and wide. Point your fingers back, so stretching your wrist. Then inhale the arms up. Bend the left elbow, pat yourself on the back. Take your right hand to your left, top of your left elbow. And then try to slide down your hand down your back. And feeling that whole left side of the body lifting up and maybe leaning slightly to the right. And now lift and straighten, arms up to a T, and all the way out and down. Inhale, lift up halfway, point your head forward. Exhale, tuck the chin in, press down and rise up. Slow vertebrae by vertebrae, shoulders rolling. Take a couple shoulder rolls here. And we'll prepare ourselves, so we're gonna move next into some standing postures. So I want you to stand to the right side of your chair. So make your way, grab a sip of water if you need it. We're going to continue working on our inner thighs. Ooh, I cut my head off. Lift it up just a bit. All right, so we're going to stand to the right side of our chair. And we'll take the right foot, either put it on the chair or you can keep it down here on the floor. You're bending your knee's going to be probably above your hip depending on how high your chair is. And that's okay. We're just going to take a couple little bit of leaning and then pushing back. Define where it feels good to you. It's interesting when you study different lineages of yoga, some yoga practices teaches you all about alignment. And then some just want it to be more of an experience in your body. There's one lineage that actually says your knee should never go over your ankle. And I think that's crazy because every time you walk up and down a stair, your knee goes over your ankle. So I don't think you're causing harm by walking up and down stairs. Now, if it doesn't feel good in your knee, then don't do it. But it's all about being able to recognize when something works for you and when it doesn't. All right. Now, let's pause with just our knee naturally stacked over the ankle. You may have to, like I just had to scoop my right foot in some. So I want to come into this standing, like one-legged Tadasana and bring my arms out to a T. So as tall as you can be, pressing down into that right foot. Now we're going to take a little bit of a lean. Right hand goes down, left arm comes up. So reach up through your left fingertips, right shoulder softens. Good. Now place your left elbow on your left knee. Reach your right arm up. Now we'll try it again. Back out to a T, right hand down, left arm up. Okay. When we come back into this kind of version of extended side angle, you can come back to the left elbow on the knee, or you can try taking the left hand to the seat of the chair or to the top of the back of the chair. So just kind of getting a little lower in the shoulder. So we kind of did this when we were leaning to the left a minute ago, but this might be a little deeper for some of you. If you can put your whole palm on the ground, you might have longer arms. If you're here, you can hold your ankle, but encourage your arm to keep the knee open. So I feel a way big stretch in my inner thighs. Now let's see if you can tilt your gaze to the sun. It's out there. I see it today, y'all. I'm so happy to have some sunshine. Can't wait to go for a nice long walk in the sun. So that inner thigh stretch, beautiful. Come back out to arms to a T, and then straighten your right leg. See if you can point your toes up. So leg is straight, your heel is on the chair, or if you're on the ground, it looks like this, the heel's up and your legs are out. So either way, if you don't want to be on the chair, totally fine. And we're going to take the left hand, bring it up, right hand slides down your leg. And now we come back into that triangle kind of shape here. Left hand points to the inside of the thigh. Draw right shoulder back or hold the hip if you're getting a little bit too deep into that thigh. You can also hold the top of the chair or put your fingertips on the seat of the chair. Drawing back the right shoulder, gazing up. Very good. Look at that. Beautiful poses, guys. All right, we turn back through center and shake out the left leg. And we'll walk around to the chair and set up for the other side. So left leg is nice and warmed up now. We got to work on the right foot on the sole of your foot on the chair or just below the chair, doing this like bending. Make sure you don't hit your knee, but bending into it. You can do it like that, or you could have it up higher. So make sure that left leg feels grounded for you. Yeah, I think my hips needed that this morning. I've done too much sitting lately. All right, now here we go. Bring your knee over your ankle, that's the right side. And take your arms out to a T. We'll take the left hand down, right arm up. Feel that inner thigh. Deep breath in and out. Arms back out to a T. And then you can take your left elbow to your right elbow to your right leg, left arm over your head. And back out to a T. Reverse it, right arm up, left hand down. out. And then take that other version if you want to try something different. Trying to really open up the right inner thigh, hands, fingertips to the seat of the chair, to the backrest, or just holding onto your ankle. All right, return it back out and reverse it over your head. Oh, big stretch. Now we'll straighten the right legs, heel stays down, toes come up, arms out, and then right hand down, left arm up, draw back your left shoulder, gaze up to the sky. Right now we'll reverse it. Over your head, left hand down, right arm up, reach back. One more time, we'll try to get as deep as we can this time. Stretching over your right leg, left arm's up or holding the hip. We'll savor this for 3 breaths. Breathe in and out 3 times, nice and slow. Very good. All right, rise up. Return your feet back to the ground, shake them out. And now we're gonna do something we don't normally do. Hopefully your chair doesn't have armrest. If it does, this might not work. But we're gonna turn and sit. We're gonna straddle the chair with our knees out and point our knees away from us. So we worked a lot on those inner thighs today. Roll out the shoulders. And now we're just gonna lean forward. As you lean forward, you can take your forearms to the chair. You can take your hands to your knees. You can just lean. What I want you to think about is pushing out through those inner thighs. You can let your arms dangle down. So this is a version of frog pose. For those of you who've done frog on the floor, you know it looks slightly different. Your knees are pointing out, your toes are pointing out, and you look like a little frog, but your belly is on the floor. So this is just the same pose. We're just doing it a different way. All good. And if some of you, your inner thighs are screaming, I get you. Mine are talking to me too. But we're just gonna breathe here for a couple breaths. Like I was saying at the beginning of our practice, is that we hold tension in our body, whether it's our shoulders, our hips, our jaw, behind our eyes. Movement releases that tension. So as we hold here, we're trying to like push out those hips and kind of release tension that we've been holding in our hips. All right, we got this for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Lean back. Oh yeah. All right, now we're gonna come back up to standing because we gotta move our chair again. Turn your chair to the side or behind. We're gonna come into downward facing dog because I feel like you might want a downward facing dog after all those deep stretches. So however way you want to get there, come behind your chair or use the seat of your chair and then step back and straighten out your spine and your legs. And just find a couple breaths here, doing whatever you need to feel good in your downward facing dog. All right. Lift up your head and we're going to step the right foot towards the chair. Bend into the right knee. Left toes are still pointing forward because I just want you to feel the bend in the right knee. Lean forward, float off the back leg. We did this last, what was it? Today's Friday, so we did it on Monday. We did a lot of these. I want you to kind of re-practice this. It's a balance. Hands are on the seat of the chair or the backrest, and you just lift up your back left leg. See if you can lift it higher. See if you can bend into your right knee. And then touch it down. We'll step back to our downward facing dog. And then we'll try it again on the other side. Left foot steps towards the chair. Lean forward, lift up the right leg. So finding extension through the right hip to the right heel. Touch back down, pause for a second. And we'll do it again. Lift up that leg. Push out, stretch out. Now take the feet together, stand tall, Tadasana pose. Fingers point down, head points up. Close your eyes and just discern what you're feeling right now after some movement. If you get dizzy with your eyes closed, find a soft focus on something in your room that you can kind of stare at. Good. Bring your hands back to the backrest of the chair and step back with your right toes. Tuck your toes under, and we're going to try to see if we can push the top of your foot onto the floor. If you're like, there is no way, my foot is so tight, then just do it the other way with your toes tucked. But trying to stretch the tops of our feet, that's something we don't do very often. Now, coming into the back bend, you're going to bring your shoulders back over your hips. So trying to lean back the shoulders, belly coming forward. Good. Now return the right foot next to the left, stand tall, spine's nice and straight. Deep breaths in and out. Now let's try the other foot. Left foot comes back behind you, tuck your toes. Try to bring the top of your foot closer to the floor. Bring your shoulders back over your hips. So it's a lift up through the hips, like you're rolling over a beach ball. You don't want to crunch the thoracic spine. You want to actually spread them up. So it's very much the shoulders go back, but the belly kind of like lifts and links and arching. There we go. The tops of the feet feel good. Now let's just kind of shake out the hips. Good. Now take your right foot, bring it behind you, crisscross your legs. So the right ankle is behind the left. Good. Now drop your knees. So sit and bend your knees and drop your hips. So we're coming into like a squeezing squat. Now see if you can balance here. Nice and slowly, return your right foot next to your left. Hands come back to your hips. And let's do the other side. Bend the knees, cross your left ankle behind your right, squeeze your knees together, drop your hips down, shoulders over hips. And you keep yourself balanced. And now step your left foot to meet the right, hands come down. Now we're going to get a little bigger. Right foot's going to go way back, maybe like you can see it's coming off my mat. So over to the left, trying to find the edge, the pinky edge of my right foot that's going to touch the ground. This may be enough for you. Left knee is soft. Right hip is pointing out. You might want to add in the arm stretch overhead, pushing out your right hip. Really gets into the obliques. And now we'll bring the right hand back down if it's in the air. Step the feet together. Opposite side. Left leg goes behind you, behind the right, over here to the right side. Soft bend in the left in the knee. And then you can add in the stretch, so leaning over, pushing out your left hip. On the pinky side of my left toe, so I'm leaning, so instead of being on the sole of my foot, I know you can't tell because I'm wearing black socks, which, yeah, hard to tell. But trying to balance on the edge of my left foot. All right, you lower the hands, step the feet together, shake it out. One more downward facing dog or whatever else you may need, and then we'll come back to our seated shape. So take this opportunity to move, to bend, whatever you need to kind of just get all the wiggles out, anything the body is craving to do. Just yogi's choice. You figure out what you need. All right, slowly rise up wherever you're at and return yourself to your chair or to the floor, wherever you want to be for meditation. Once you sit where you would like to be, close your eyes. Follow your breath in and out of your body. And see if you can let go of worry. Even if you can let go of worry for just these few minutes that we're meditating, just see if you can let that go. Just for a few minutes here, allow yourself to be calm. Allow yourself to sink into whatever's supporting you, whether it's the chair or the floor, just to kind of let go mentally and physically. Shavasana. Your yoga practice doesn't expect you to show up happy. It just asks that you be present. It doesn't mind if you're put together or if you're a mess. You can arrive with a jumbled mind and a heavy heart. Your practice could care less if you can touch your toes or meditate for hours. It simply asks that you show up for yourself. It's a practice of self-care. Bring awareness back to your physical body. Take in a couple breaths, deep cleansing breaths in and out, filling up and letting go. And without moving anything else in your body, just bring a little smile to your face. Feel the vibrations that you give off, your energy in your body. And when they're ready, you can make movements in other parts and stretch out. If you want to do a big stretch out through your arms, your feet, rock your head from shoulder to shoulder, whatever you need. And then wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a nice hug. My hug, I'm giving myself, imagine that I'm wrapping my arms around you and giving you this hug. We'll bring our hands together in prayer. It's an honor and a pleasure to be able to practice with each of you, to share with you this ancient practice. And I hope that you learn and take the opportunity to really absorb all the goodness that comes from this practice and be able to use it in your everyday life. The love and the light within me, it recognizes that you also have love and light within you. Be happy, be healthy. Namaste. So honored